We got to talk about scandals. Dun, 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 dun. It's Scandal Talk. Bobby Jokes, I want you to come in and weigh on this too. You want to just intro it? Introduce the Astros. The commissioner, Rob Manfred, dropped the hammer on Tuesday. Or no, Monday. It was Monday because everybody wanted a coach fired. And they're like, we'll get your coach fired. Actually, wrong coach, not Bill O'Brien, because Bill O'Brien can't do this. Although, if you think about it, like if the Texans had to do the same firing moves, they would fire Bill O'Brien twice. Yeah. Because they'd have to fire him as a GM and a coach.
The Astros were officially caught from 2017 cheating, using video technology to steal signs. Now, stealing signs is fine in Major League Baseball, but when you bring technology into it, it's crossing a line that shouldn't be crossed. So Major League Baseball, what they did is they suspended our head coach and GM for 1 year, fined the team $5 million, and took away first and second round picks this upcoming year and the year after. Pretty much the heaviest penalty ever levied by Major League Baseball since, I guess, the Black Sox.
Pete Rose got banned for life.
Oh, Pete Sox. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
The Pete Sox. The Pete Sox scandal, obviously.
Pete Rose.
Who, by the way, Pete Rose says that the Astros sign-stealing scandal is way worse than him betting on baseball. Although, to be fair, if what he says about him betting on baseball is true, he only bet for the Reds. So as long as you don't bet against your team, then you're just confident and you're just ready for your boys, right?
Does Pete Rose think he's more important than he is?
I think Pete Rose is pretty fucking important.
He's the best hitter of all time, but
he's the most accomplished hitter. The best hitter of all time is Ted Williams.
You think Ted Williams is a better? I don't know.
Yes.
I think it was a different generation.
You forget Ted Williams lost like 4 years to 2 different wars in the prime of his career.
Okay.
Ted Williams was Ted Williams' eyesight was so good you could write a word on a baseball, stand on the mound, hold it up, and he could fucking read it.
I just think though, like looking at Babe Ruth wouldn't be Babe Ruth today. I don't think I'm not saying they wouldn't be good, but I just don't like really Babe Ruth wouldn't be the best in the league right now. He'd be good.
Well, he was doing it off of natural talent while drunk the whole time.
Right.
Like if he had today's training and everything too, Babe Ruth would still be really, really.
Wasn't Ted Williams
good.
Probably doing the same shit though?
Not really.
I feel like they
Ted took his shit very seriously. Now, yeah, Ted liked to drink and shit, but like he wasn't fucking out there drunk on the field like Babe Ruth was.
I just think, like, I don't know. Yeah, I think
Ted was very serious.
I would say
about
Pete
baseball.
Rose is the best hitter of all time. Just with he's got all the numbers, and I get that. I understand your Ted Williams argument. I'm not saying it's a trash argument. If I had to pick, I would say
Teddy ball game, baby.
I would pick Pete Rose, but again, I didn't get to watch Pete Rose play. I didn't get to watch Ted Williams play. We're too young, but still, he does
not
take
really important to what we're
he does
talking
take
about
himself too seriously though.
But he should be in the Hall.
And like you can tell, he should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. But
I definitely
you can tell he's like, oh, somebody's talking about cheating in baseball. I'd like to weigh in.
I don't really believe him when he says he only bet.
Oh, I don't either. He 100% bet against his own team. I think
you were a degenerate gambler. Now, I don't think he would make moves necessarily to ensure his team lost when he was a manager.
I think he might have,
but I think he just kind of knew this team's better than us and we suck and this guy's not throwing well right now.
Also, if you use your inside knowledge, it's the same thing as cheating. And it's like if I know my pitcher's not having a great day right now, like, oh, he looks a little sluggish in the dugout, like I'm gonna bet against the Reds. Yeah, that's the same thing. But you shouldn't be betting on your team or against it.
Anyway, and a lot of Astros fans out there for a long time were trying to be like, oh, well, we didn't do it. And from the beginning, I was like, oh, we fucking did it.
They had too much.
Did it.
There was too much that was thrown out there where there was no way there was nothing.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing, the whole time.
I'm not claiming to know exactly what went on.
I don't know.
It wasn't nothing.
I don't know if you think this way too, Bobby, if you're just pissed off that it happened at all. My whole thing was like, oh, yeah, we did it, but like, so was most of the league also doing it too.
But it's like the NCAA, like recruiting violations. You got caught, though. You were the ones that got caught.
There was like 8 other teams, I think, not necessarily named, but they said there was
suspicion.
7. There were 7 teams. 7
other teams because they said there was 8 total and they named the Astros. But then it's also come out that the Red Sox fucking did it.
Red Sox, allegedly
Yankees
Dodgers, allegedly Yankees.
I've heard
also
Brewers, and I had heard one other, but I don't remember what it was.
I think it's the Nationals.
Probably anybody that's good in the last decade.
All of them were doing it.
I bet the Giants used to do it too.
You've got these ultra competitive guys in there. You've got a replay room that's within spitting distance of your dugout that's unguarded with all this technology in there, and you think one team was fucking doing this, you're out of your fucking mind.
And you also have like games that go on 9 hours. Like, yeah, they got time to go look at that shit.
And now everyone wants to be like, oh, we got cheated out of it. The Yankees fans like, oh, they cheat us out of this. Bitch, you scored. You scored.
Not all Yankees fans.
Not all, but there are plenty out there.
Twitter.
And it's like, dude, you scored 1 run during that series.
Baseball Twitter's my
You were
least favorite.
fucking losing either way.
Baseball Twitter's my least favorite.
Everyone just shits on each other. It's
like
so annoying.
everybody's a bunch of hypocrites, and then like they get mad. Like Yankees person is saying Astros should give a title, giving away their title, and then the Astros person is like, no, fuck you, steroids and this and that, but we didn't cheat, but steroids, but then this, and okay, well we didn't cheat,
didn't
but
do
fuck
steroids.
You can't take it back.
Jeff Bagwell never did a steroid.
It's like, guys, they're like. All right, just me venting that I wanted to go off on Twitter saying it, but I don't want to fall into the trap of baseball Twitter where it's like, they're not going to fucking take away the championship, okay? Nobody's trying to do that. If the fucking dumbass on Twitter says they should, just ignore that guy. Who fucking cares? Y'all don't follow each other. Don't worry about it. Don't follow people that you just want to hate on just to fucking go bitch at them on Twitter and then be like, oh, I blocked them. I showed them. Like, when you think like you're like showing somebody, you showed them, oh, got him. When you block them, like, you're a pussy. That's not really, you didn't do anything. But like, nobody's trying to take away the championship. That was never on the cards. If they did, it would be the exact same thing as when USC was stripped of that championship with Reggie Bush. And it's like, who won that year? Did UT get it? No, UT didn't fucking get it. It was USC. Everybody knows that. We just can't hang the fucking banner there. We know who won. We all watched the game. All right, I get it. The Astros won. They're World Series champs. The Red Sox are 2018 World Series champs. Those aren't going away. They're going to be tainted. You're going to always have to fucking have the assholes that are like, oh, but you didn't do this, but yeah, you won, but.
Eventually, it's going to be looked at like steroids. Yeah, a lot of people were caught, but everyone was fucking doing it.
And we're in a new age where like the technology phase of it is really what we haven't gotten adjusted to. But I think, was it 2016 was when the Yankees and Red Sox got in trouble for the Apple Watch thing, and he was like, look, guys, there will be penalties if we have shit like this again. Like, well, why didn't they get penalized for it? It's like, because people didn't really know about that. That wasn't widespread or as well known about being widespread. And then Manfred's like, okay, look, this is a one warning. If you guys, because I'm sure he knew that there were other people doing it. And it was like, everybody, you're going to be fucked if we catch you doing some shit with the technology to steal signs. Stealing signs isn't a problem if your guy on second base is doing it, you know? If you got a guy that's sitting over there in the dugout, they can see it, that's fine. The actual technology being used to relay the signs, then to try and decipher them, then to allegedly bang on trash cans, that's the problem. Even if the Astros are not the only one to do it, you guys got to know that is cheating. That's considered cheating, and you were guilty of that. Whether or not you believe that the penalty was too harsh or not, it was technically, by the letter of the law, cheating.
I've always been a fan of, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, in a gamesmanship way, but when you bring technology into it, it's going overboard. Now, I will say this. And I thought it was fucking ridiculous that Congress got involved with the steroid debacle.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, really? This is what our lawmakers should be doing, is going like,
luckily we got an impeachment thing, so we didn't have time to do it with this one.
Because it actually did help clean up baseball. And this is the only time I'm ever going to be in favor of government getting involved in anything.
No, they got shit going on.
No, do it. Because my 2 teams got popped for it, so now I want fucking everyone to go down.
Okay, all right.
Fuck them all.
Okay.
Fuck them all. I want Mike Fiers' bitch ass dragged in front of the fucking Congress, and I want it to happen after he's been traded away from the A's, so he can be like, oh, the A's were fucking cheating too. I'm a rat. I fucking roll on everyone.
All right.
By the way, no, I gotta say this. Fuck Mike Fiers. If I ever see him in a bar, it's gonna be my first and last bar fight ever.
Yeah, you know,
it's not actually gonna happen.
He'd kick your ass.
I'd beat the dog shit out. Dude, anyone that tattoos their name on their forearm can't fight. He's a little fucking pussy.
Did he tattoo his name or did he tattoo fire, actually?
No, Fires.
He actually tattooed fire, though.
No, it's his last name, Fires.
His last name, yeah.
But isn't it like a flame?
I mean, he probably has flames around it, but it's not spelled like that. It's spelled like his last name. Because he's a little bitch.
I always thought that was cool because it looked like it was a fireball, like when he threw the ball. So
this might be the only applause break I've ever gotten while people listen to this, is everyone sitting there going, yeah, fuck Mike Fiers.
All right, so Pat's a Astros/Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
Robert is an Astros fan. Just between the two of you guys, like, did you think, like, was it too harsh of a punishment? The Manfred one, not the firing. Like, did you when that came down, like, what did you expect? And then what did you think of the actual punishment that came down?
I expected AJ Hinch and Jeff Luhnow to get suspended. I didn't expect a year. I expected like a long time, but like
half a season or something like that.
So, but when they came out, they're suspended a year. I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. not expecting.
That was just about my exact
Yeah,
one.
part.
I didn't know what to expect, but when they said a year, I was like, damn, but also
Yeah.
okay.
I get it, yeah.
Like, I get it.
I thought I thought it was gonna be a fine and maybe draft picks. I thought that was gonna be it. I didn't think that like they were gonna be able to suspend them because so many other teams were named in it.
What pisses me off is Jim Crane firing. I can see Hinch because Hinch had direct knowledge of it and being in charge of the club did nothing to stop it. From everything that looks like, Luno didn't know what was going on. Now, he probably had some inklings. He'd probably heard little rumors here and there, but he didn't know it was going on, and he got fired too. God damn it, Jim Crane. God damn it. This is the guy that built the fucking team. We wouldn't be here if not for him. Hey, did the Saints fire Sean Payton after he was suspended for a fucking year? No, they stuck with their fucking guy.
Stay woke though on this. Stay woke on this. This
Probably
is just,
a wink wink handshake thing that we're going to suspend him, you fire him, and then we won't go any further.
exactly.
Yep.
So like Manfred and Crane, or I guess it was but Selig and Crane when the Astros came over to the AL. Like the Astros have done a little dirty work for the MLB with like, look, we got to even out the leagues. What if you came over to the AL when you buy the team? You do this. I think, like, we appreciate you scratching our back. Okay, hey, look, we could make it a pretty bad, like, punishment. But what if we suspend them? You say, oh, I just can't stand for that. I got to do the right thing. You fire them, but we don't do it. And then no players get in trouble at all. And I've heard the whole, like, well, some players that testified, they got immunity and whatnot. But, like, I think you have to go through the players union, right? If you're suspending players, then at that point, and then you never know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, they can appeal.
How about Judge being a little baby back bitch and going back all the way to his tweets from 2017 where he congratulated Altuve on the MVP and deleted the tweet?
How about the people that like looked that up though? Like he didn't post that. Somebody had to go like remember that he posted that and then go back and look and check and see if it was there.
Yeah, how do people find those things?
They have way too much time on their hands.
But why delete it though?
I don't know. Yeah,
Because
it's petty.
why-
It's petty.
Now there is a
Because it's
Astros.
tainted.
There is an Astros Twitter guy that I saw that he was going back through all of his at bats that year, and from what he found, Altuve wasn't getting like the bangs and shit like everyone else was.
That you could
Like,
hear on
not-
a camera.
Not like no to where like you could hear everyone else's, but like. Or it was so infrequent, like he wasn't getting it every pitch like everyone else was.
Or
doing,
it was in Spanish, so
or
you
it would
didn't
be-
understand it.
What's Spanish for bang? Bango.
La Banga.
La banga. I like that.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
it. La Bamba.
But like it was infrequent ones, and like sometimes it wasn't matching up to other ones. So like, fuck you, Altuve still. And by the way, and people were like, "Oh, Altuve cheated." I'm like, how about all the years when the Astros won 52 games and Altuve was still hitting 308? Like this dude doesn't need that shit. He's one of the greatest hitters of all time, regardless. God, I'm just so fucking pissed.
No, yeah.
And now we've got a month to find a new. Who actually? They said they're bringing. Or they're going to.
Joe Espada's the manager. I don't know who they're going to get for
Probably.
GM.
Well, it hasn't been confirmed. They haven't said he is.
They did. He's the interim manager.
I was
haven't said
thinking
that yet.
they were going to go
That night.
with. No, they said that's what the thought is. They haven't officially announced.
Okay,
it.
well,
haven't
I would
announced
just
anything.
I would assume that's gonna be your manager for sure because like and Espada had four head or four. I almost always want to say head coach, but I get it to manager. He had. It's the same,
I said it like 8
it's
times.
the same in
yesterday.
soccer too, and it's like okay, he's not a coach, he's a fucking manager. But
I
they're
was
kinda the same thing.
actually thinking they were going to go Brett Strom. Just because of how much everyone loves him, but then the more I've thought about it, I was like, no, it's smart to not go with him because
Biggio and
you
Bagwell.
want him straight up just focusing on the pitchers.
But Biggio and Bagwell, that's what everybody on Facebook and Twitter said. How crazy would that be? It's like,
Anybody
well, they
who
don't
wants any
really.
of them is stupid.
They don't really
You're
have.
dumb.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what
they-
everybody
they-
was saying the next day, and it's like, well, what do you think? It's like, well, they don't really have experience in those spots, so probably not. In theory, sounds fun.
Now,
Brad Osmus too. Oh, no,
Osmus-
not Brad Osmus.
I think Osmus would actually be really good.
I don't want him.
I think he would be good. He didn't do well with the Angels, but that team was just a dumpster fire. Like they have talent on there, but they don't
Just
have
let
a team.
Altuve be a player coach.
You know what I want to
I
see?
saw that too.
Do that.
No, I guarantee you he doesn't want to deal with that.
Okay,
He's like,
then
"Fuck
give it
the
to
lineup
Bregman.
card."
Bregman will do it.
Give it to McCullers.
Yeah, a pitcher especially.
Hey, what's our what are we going with this game? Stick it up everyone's fucking ass. That's our tactic.
Okay, cool.
Which, by
Dude,
the way, if you didn't know, he tweets that all the time.
what's the hashtag? What's the hashtag going to be this year?
SIEUEFA.
No, but what's the hashtag going to be?
That's what it's going to be.
Oh,
that's
gonna
what
be, okay.
that's what he's been using for years. Stick it up
Instead of
everyone's
take it
fucking
back.
ass.
Instead of take it back, like I was going to be like, earn another one. rightfully earned. I don't know.
No, you know what I said? Like after it came down, I was like texting my brother and my friends at the same time, and I sent the same thing to both of them. It's the YouTube clip from Major League when they're in the locker room. He goes, "Well, I guess there's only one thing left to do: win the whole fucking thing."
Yeah.
And then everyone started,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's it! Just win it now and shove it right up everyone's fucking ass."